Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and another edition of Firewood Friday. And today we are going to test drive the new 12-way wedge that I had bought at the Bunyan show off of Andrew Easton. So the wedge is still brand new, even still got the tag on it. I did a couple pole logs just to test it out, and it seems to be making a very consistent size of wood. And I just got done switching out a box here, so we're going to fire up to 22-28. Well, first of all, we're going to finish bucking this into rounds, and then we're going to go ahead and fire up to 22-28, and we're going to go ahead and split some of this up and see what the pros and cons of this wedge are. So I'm going to get busy here. It don't want to quit. I'm really liking that bucking table. That's been working out very well for us, and you're not bent over, you're working at a good height, and then the logs just roll forward onto that little roller table, onto the lift table, and away it goes. So let's see how that 12-way works here. I think you're going to be impressed. But we have a battery of wedges now, so big logs we'll put the box wedge on, and if we got the smaller stuff, we actually have the 6-way. So there's a lot of different options here, but for this type of wood here, I'm believing that 12-way is going to be the best option. there's the whole deck of logs, and really made a quick job out of that. And if we go over to the tote, I gotta get in there and straighten that out. When we have more help, better off to shut the conveyor off. But yeah, this is the amount of wood that we put off in a matter of minutes, and it seems to be really nice sized. You got a little variety of size. Eddie has been selling it in bundles too, like I've been doing. And you take the smaller stuff for that, and the bigger stuff I save for my wood burner. But then if you look at the back side of the wedge, there's still a ton more wood that got to go up there yet. But yeah, that really worked out well. So I'm going to stack that box up here, and we'll see what we ended up with. Well, there you have it. And one drawback, and it's a very little drawback, when you adjust this wedge up, the problem being is a lot of stuff starts to accumulate underneath this wing here. So when you want to come back down for a smaller log, a lot of times that is jammed, and you have to take the minute to run the wedge up, pull everything out so you can run it all the way down. Because if you look at what this thing is doing, it's literally making 4 pieces in the center, and then you start to split it up on the outer portions of the log, and it does a very nice job of sending the wood outwards so nothing really gets jammed in it. Very good design, and I like the way that they step these back. If you're looking at it, here's your half split, and then when you start getting into you know, when you're getting into 4-way, then it just keeps going down. So each step is less resistance than parking all these out front and expecting that splitter to shove them through. That is, like I said, the only withdrawal was just lowering the wedge back down for the smaller logs. But other than that, you've seen the actual splitting in real time, and that's how fast you can make that much wood with this wedge. You get a good variety of sizes. Now for my personal burning in my house, in my shop, I prefer the bigger chunks. So if I was splitting this all for myself, I would probably be shoving this through the 6-way wedges laying right over here. That wedge really works very well. But when you're getting into bundling and selling it in a roadside stand, which we intend to do, you would probably want to break it down a little bit smaller. Most people don't want large chunks to throw into their solo stubs. Also, what we do is we get one of these empty bladders, and we keep throwing in all the I don't know what you want to call it, but it's basically all the stuff that gets shredded up, and yeah, it's more like shake. when you look at the bottom of a barn, when you get done putting the hay in, all the shaft and stuff. But yeah, that's basically what we do. We got a lot more stuff to clean up here yet, but we are in the process of getting a load of pole logs out here, hopefully by the end of the week. And I just been pulling out the bigger stuff. You've seen all these logs getting dropped. There's that cherry I just did the other day, and when you come around back of this pile, there's still a lot of decent sized maples that I got to just get in here with the excavator, pull the bigger stuff out, turn that into firewood. The little stuff I'm going to cut just strictly into firewood lengths, and I'm going to just leave them round, and that is the best. Here's some real good firewood right there. Good old Pennsylvania bituminous coal. We want to get back in here and clean this out, so that's our next step, so we can get rid of that cherry with the vines on it and clear this all the way back to Horvath Park. There's stuff in the woods here I still want to drag out. This is still very good firewood. That piece of cherry there literally quartered itself from the sun. And we're going to relocate the splitter over here eventually. There's a decent amount of stuff to be done yet, but we are making excellent progress. This is the site of the future solar kiln, which we really want to get moving on. So it's going to sit somewhere in this little area, and you can see that you just get the full sun, and I'm looking about south right there, and that's what you want to do. You want to have that kiln facing dead south. So I got a little bit more chipping to do here, and once we get over to this edge, I think we're going to just temporarily bring the splitter over here for a while, and then we want to get our Versatube structure, which is going to be coming up here hopefully in the next month or so. But right where all this stuff's setting, this was put here temporarily so we can get a little site and put up our little carport, our RV port. And then that way we will permanently locate the splitter over here with the conveyor coming out right here by that tote, so that way you can back a trailer under it or load totes. This should work out just fine. And this goes back in here a long ways, and I think in the fall we're going to get back in here and do a little bit more clearing. But I want to get some of them waterproof tags I see what Easton made. They put on their equipment, and I don't know where you get them tags at, but you write on it with a Sharpie and it literally don't go away. So we're going to start dating these so we know when we actually split the wood and put it in a tote. So we got a lot of wood that's been, this has been processed since about June. So it should be on the burnable side here. And that pretty much just concludes just a short little Firewood Friday video. And yeah, here's some more of the empty bladders, and you can see how well that they have worked out. I'll probably do before winter is just throw some of that tarp material over just to keep the snow out of it. But this stuff here is just dead and dry, and it should burn very, very well right now. So that's pretty much what's going on. And I know some people just despise the Firewood videos. Don't watch them, that's all. You know, solve the problem. I'm not going to punish people that like a certain thing because there's 6 people that don't like it. But if you did like it, do me a favor, could you give it the thumbs up? It really helps the channel. It was very nice to meet everybody at the Bunyan show this year. And if you talk about firewood processing there's everything from small scale up to major commercial equipment there. And but yeah, we'll keep you posted up here what's going on. And we'll be sawing we got some lowboy decking coming up we need to saw. That might be on a snack video. And then we also have that one more walnut, and I got to make a video of digging the metal out of it. And if we can save it, it's going to go on the mill. So I hope it will happen for us. So alrighty, I'll catch you on the next one. And thanks again for coming along. Take care. Alrighty, bye-bye.